morning, everybody. Happy Thursday, October 2nd. I just finished editing yesterday's video and doing my morning emails and whatnot. And my daughter's just woken up, so we're doing the morning routine, taking care of the animals, doing the dishes, that kind of thing. But I also wanted to show you guys because I have been too busy. Yes, baby? Yes, Ara wants you all to know that we got a baby duck and 3 chickens, in case you didn't know that yet. We have been decorating and renovating the house, you know, slowly over the past several years. The shop has taken precedence in terms of like repairs. Well, not repairs. Of course we do repairs to the house, but I'm always so rambly in the morning. I think it's because you guys are the first people I speak to. But like painting and things like that, we've prioritized taking care of the shop. So the house still is the original color, I think, of when my husband first bought it, which was like 5 years before we got married. So the walls definitely need a touch up. And as much as I really love fun colors and I would love to do something bold, obviously I'm not the only person who lives in this house, and so there has to be a compromise. And Jason he likes bold, but he doesn't want to live in bold, and I get that. Plus I really like a peaceful home setting anyway, and you know, you can bring in bold with like textiles and art and stuff like that. So anyway, I have 4 paint samples and I'm very excited because this will be our first time painting in this house, which is mind-boggling to me. So right now our walls are all this shade of beige, which is fine. I used to really not like it because when I first moved in, all of the furniture and all the decorations were brown, so I really didn't like the beige and the brown so much. But over the years, as we've added color, a lot of green, yellows, pinks, all of that, the beige has grown on me, but it is aged and it's scuffed and all of that. So I'm going to be deep cleaning the walls. I got a bunch of materials to deep clean all of the walls, and we have to sand down over in this corner where one of the plants started to try to grow into the wall. Of course, we had to remove that, but it left some residue that we have to, I'm going to have to sand off. Long story short, I have some paint samples. I'm planning on painting the kitchen and the living room and eventually repainting the bedroom, and I might do a really fun color in the guest bathroom since it's not used every day. So those are our plans. What I'd like to do in the kitchen, so I'd love to do wallpaper throughout the house. There's so many really beautiful wallpapers out there, but like many homes in the Southeast, we have textured walls in our living room and our bedroom. Not super textured, but textured enough that I don't think we could do wallpaper. But the kitchen, the walls are really smooth. So I'm planning on probably painting it one of these light neutrals, either the beige or the very, very subtly off-white kind of cream, and then doing stamp, like a subtle stamp art with green. And I may do the reverse, but I think Jason's already pretty much ruled out green. I want green walls in the kitchen, but I think he doesn't want that at all. So I am probably going to do one of the neutrals and then do a green floral stamp, but we'll see. So I'm hoping to get these paint swatches on the wall today, but I'm going to an event this afternoon at a brewery. There's a book truck, which is really fun. I've heard of like the Ariel Bissett book truck, and I think they're gaining more popularity. And so there's going to be one at a brewery close to me. So I'm going to meet up with my best friend and her husband and hopefully a few knitters. I've put out an invite to some people and we'll see how that goes. So I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, I might try to get these paint samples on the wall. I also need to try to bake something. Okay. Just a second, baby. I'm either going to do a chocolate cake or a pumpkin cake. We'll see what I have time for. The chocolate cake takes a lot longer, so.
I want
a chocolate cake, not a pumpkin cake? For
both
of them. I don't have time for both. Anyway, for the baking show event tomorrow. So here are the paint colors, and in this light, it kind of looks like 3 cans of the same paint, but this one is beige. It's definitely beige. These are all from Sherwin-Williams. This one is called Natural Linen, which is like a very light beige, lighter than the darker beige we have on the walls right now. And then I got these 2 off-whites, and then these 2 are really cream sort of off-whites. This one's probably a brighter white than this one, but these would probably be, if this was the wall in the living room, this would probably be like the trim. But then I also got this beautiful green, and I am thinking this would be the green that I stamp with, but honestly, it's so light. I think I might be able to convince Jason to let me paint the walls green and then do the beige for the stamp. We might have to test it out. You can kind of see, so my new curtains to replace, you know, the house plants that are now outside, they covered all these windows. So I had to get curtains for these big windows, and it's the exact same color palette as what I'd picked out. I just love this for a home. I just think it's really peaceful. But here's the...
Love your curtains.
I do love my curtains.
I
I do. Here's all of the bits that we're going to have to sand off, and then of course deep clean. So I've just been waiting to do that. But my cleaning stuff should get here today, and then I will get started on deep cleaning. Yep. Time to watch regular show. I'm so excited. I showed you guys this last night. We picked this up at the store. It's my favorite show. I haven't watched TV in like a week, so I'm gonna watch a few episodes of this while we get ready this morning. Good morning from the yarn shop. Today is Thursday. I have a really fun event to attend tonight. It's going to be a book truck at a brewery with my best friend and her husband. I think I mentioned that earlier, actually. I don't know, but yeah, very excited. But I'm going to try to have a very productive work day, just to make sure I'm staying on top of things. So I'm actually standing by the yarn wall right now. I am texting with one of you all. Hi, Darlene. And we are sort of I'm sending her photos of some yarn combinations that I think she might like. She was asking about my ginger carrot cake colorway, and we're trying to pair up a variegated yarn to go with it. So that is like one of my favorite parts of the job. I love helping people pick out color palettes, and I love when people come in with like a pattern, or they call me with a pattern or something, and they're shopping on my website and we're just picking out yarn combinations and stuff. It's so fun because I get to live vicariously through you guys. So that's the fun stuff I'm doing right now. I've just rinsed all the yarn that I dyed yesterday. It was Surrey Alpaca Day yesterday, and I got started on some mini bundles. So that's what I'm dyeing right now. I have a lot of computer admin to do, so I brought my laptop with me today. I need to pay sales tax to the city and to the state. We have to do that at the first of, the beginning of every month. So I've got to remit sales tax. I have to order a bunch of supplies. My printer is out of ink apparently, and I print all of my labels. So I tried to print labels and I got pale yellow sheets that came out. So I need to order ink. I need to order... See, this is why I should keep a list. I swear, it's like I'm so productive in my brain, but when it comes to executing the plan, it just disappears instantaneously the second I think about it, which is why I sound disjointed, I think, when I speak often, because my brain thinks faster than my mouth can talk, so I get jumbled up. So I need to go remember everything I need to order. But yeah, so that's what I'm doing. I'll show you my outfit in a little bit because it's 100% handmade. I also brought a cardigan, but this room has a lot of windows, and so it's quite warm. Anyway, I should get back to work. So today I'm wearing my Agnete or Agnete cardigan by PetiteKnit. This is a brioche cardigan. It's a strand of Pearl Soho linen quill and silk mohair. It has a beautiful double knitted button band, as you can see. Oh, that's so squeaky. And then I'm wearing my Adriata top by Locatelli. It's made out of 100% linen. It's really nice for the summertime. Yeah, I say summertime. It's obviously fall, but it's still pretty warm. So lovely all year round, honestly. But it has the beautiful lace work that goes up the side. And then I've got my one of the apron pocket pants that I made a couple months ago, in a green daisy embroidered cotton with a denim accent for the ruffle around the pockets. So yeah, I will have either inserted that footage before or after this little clip, but I thought I would tell you about all the handmade stuff I'm wearing. Oh, plus my... Yes, baby? Oh, you're mixing colors. Plus my swim along crossbody bag for extra fun. Why not have my handmade fish bag with my handmade outfit? And then I'm wearing my Enoch earrings. So nice and fun for fall. Little follow-up to the virtual yarn shopping earlier. So I'm putting together her order. We've got ginger carrot cake, maple pecan latte, golden afternoon. I love these three together so much. This would be a beautiful fade or some kind of striped project. And then What a Wonderful Harvest, which is in the next room at my over the garden wall display. So let's go grab one of those. This is the perfect autumn order. Darlene, thank you so much. Buying some mini skein bundles today, and here are 3 of the colors. This one's a little bit lighter in person. The camera's making it look a bit darker, but I'm doing kind of a macaroon or French like macaron collection of minis. 2 of the others are already drying, so I'll show all of those together when they are all done. Are you knitting? I am completely worn out. I was able to really focus on dyeing yarn today. I got so much dyed and it was all mini skeins. So I've made a good bit of bundles. So I've re-dyed a little bit of my favorites #1, which is something I always keep in stock. And then I created the 2 new ones that I probably did a little clip of part of it. So yeah, I was pretty much just using up all of the stash inventory yarn that I had left because all of my big yarn order got delivered today. So that's waiting for me at home. That'll be exciting to see all those big boxes and have to get those over to the yarn shop by myself. And then I deep cleaned. So the dye room, which is right here, it was in desperate need of a deep clean. As you can imagine, with all that water, all the dyes, just everything, stuff gets everywhere. So every once in a while I have to really dive in and clean it pretty thoroughly. So that's mostly what I did today. So lots of dyeing yarn, helping some customers, picking orders, and cleaning. So I'm about to leave, and then of course I'm going to that event this evening, which is lovely. I'm excited. But I did, after consulting my pattern, I have decided I am done with the body portion of this. Of course there will be more. It's bottom up, so once I attach the sleeves and continue on for the raglan increases and whatnot, it'll of course be longer, but it's a bit cropped. I did add 1.5 inches more than what the pattern calls for because I didn't want it to be as cropped as what the designer designed it for. So mine's a little bit longer, but what I need to do now is cast on the sleeves because I'm supposed to join both of the sleeves on the next round before moving on. So I'll have to cast on the sleeves, knit both of those, and then I'll be ready to do the raglan portion, which I think is going to be done so quickly. So this is ending up to be such a fast project. I haven't checked the gauge, but it's looking about right. Like, it looks like it's going to fit the way that I want. So it's supposed to be about 14 stitches per inch, which is huge, very bulky. But Park even puts a note in the pattern that even on hers, there were some parts where it measured 13 or 15. So, you know, as long as it's somewhere in the ballpark, it should be fine. Before I start the sleeves, I am going to check the gauge just to make sure that it's in the right kind of, yeah. Anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up the day, head home, change my clothes, go to this event, and hopefully record a little bit there. So, yep. Yesterday when I was in the dye room, I came across this little sweater t-shirt folded up that I kind of forgot was sitting in the back room because, you know, of course, Ara has not been able to wear this in the hot seasons. But anyway, I came across it and I realized I should wash this and block it again and see if it still fits her. This is the Fossil Frenzy tee by Handmade, and it's one of my favorite things I've ever made. But the problem is, you know, the color work in the body, it's not necessarily tight, but it's tighter when you wear it. Yes, baby, I'm about to try it on you and see if it fits, okay? I don't even know if she remembers me making this, but I'm going to try it on her. I did notice that there was we're going to put it on top. But I did notice that there's a dropped stitch here I need to repair. Just, isn't that interesting that I mean, she wore this all season and I never even noticed, but yeah, it's just right there. So that's interesting. So yeah, let's try it on her. So the good news is it does still fit. She's got plenty of room around her arms, so she's got lots of mobility. You know, it is a little bit fitted here, but she's rocking. There's still plenty of room, so she can be comfortable in it. So it's actually the perfect size this year. So yay, it's almost like getting a brand new sweater. That's awesome. Hold up your arms so we can see your dinosaurs. You see? It's dinosaur fossils. Isn't that so cute? Here, I'm gonna go all the way around. This was so fun to knit. I remember it being very laborious because there's obviously very long floats, so you have to really manage the way that you're knitting it. Oh, this is my favorite one. And it's all fingering weight. But yeah, okay, yay! So I just need to repair this little dropped stitch and then it'll be perfect. Here's my outfit for going to the little book club book truck event. I have my posy cardigan. This is that golden light that I was talking about outside yesterday. Even when it comes in the house, it's just so beautiful, and again, so fleeting. It's just amazing. Like, this is so much of what I live for, to be honest. Whether that sounds silly or not, it's true. Our little home renovation project. I don't think I mentioned this one this morning, but this lighting fixture, I'm going to attempt to change it out myself this weekend. My new fixture came today. I'm just not sure about the color, so we'll see. I got a burnt orange, really pretty, kind of mid-century modern pendant light to go there. But they also had a sage green one, which I think would have been the natural choice for this room because it's normally very green. But I got the orange, so we'll see.
I like a song with a skippity beat.
When the melody moves right along.
The kind of a tune you can tap with your feet.
I love an old-fashioned song.
La 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 la.
That kind of thing.
When it's bright and it's breezy,
It's so easy to sing.
the whole world is waiting for a musical treat.
With a skip, skip, skippity beat.
I like a song with a skippity beat.
When the melody moves right along.
The kind of a tune you can tap with your feet.
I love an old-fashioned song.
La 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 la.
That kind of thing.
When it's bright and it's breezy,
It's so easy to sing.
the whole world is waiting for a musical treat with a skip, skip, skippity beat.